everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you the How Well Do I Know My Books challenge. So, we're standing up. I never stand up to film. You would not believe what I've had to do to get this shot. I don't have any kind of tripod. I apologize if this is a little bit crooked. It may be, but I can't fix it. So I apologize. But we're standing up today because I'm going to be doing the How Well Do I Know My Books challenge. So this, I believe, was originally started by Jessie the Reader. I saw it originally over on Books and Lala's channel and it just looked like a lot of fun. So it's basically you get coordinates. I'm just using a random number generator because I don't know enough people on Twitter to give me coordinates. So I'm just going to be using a random number generator. It's going to lead me to a particular book and then I have to answer a question about that book to see how well I know it. You'll get the gist as we go along. So let's jump straight in. I think this is going to take me... I think this is going to end up being a longer video because there's a lot of questions, but let's jump straight in. So I'm going to read the questions first because sometimes you're not allowed to look at the book and such, and then I'll work out which book find the coordinates, etc. So the first question is, without looking at the description, tell us what the book is about. So I'm going to figure out what book I need. I swear this isn't rigged, but the book that it led me to, so the coordinates were shelf 9, book 1. Shelf 9 is actually this shelf right here, and book 1 on that shelf is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. So without looking at the description, this is about a boy named Harry who discovers that he is a wizard, and he basically goes to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry to learn about how to become a wizard. I can't believe that this is the first book that came up, but that's that one. So the next question, I apologize if I'm looking off to the side. I've got everything over here, but that's just, it is what it is. Without looking it up, what genre is this book? Okay, so let's figure out what my next book is. So for this one, it led me to The Merciless by Danielle Vega, and this is YA horror. The next question is, without looking at the book, tell us what is on the cover. So the book that this has led me to, I've got it held down here. I picked it up with my eyes closed and I haven't looked at it, but the book is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I have a mass market paperback edition. It's black. I believe it's got a girl and a boy on the cover. I think it's got the two main characters and it's mainly in white, but there are little red accents. I want to say that there's kind of an outline of a circus or some kind of in my head I think it's a carriage, but I don't think it's a carriage. It's like a circus tent type of thing, I think. So let's see. Okay, there's no circus tent, but it does have the boy and the girl, like I said. And I got the colors right, which wasn't hard. So maybe half a point for this? Do we think? I'm going to give myself half a point. I was kind of right. Next we have, without looking it up, what is the main character's name? Okay, so I haven't pulled it out. So this actually led me to my graphic novels shelf, which it led me to the 5th volume of the Lock and Key graphic novels by Gabrielle Rodriguez and Joe Hill. I haven't pulled it out because you can kind of see here, they're in a box set and they're so tightly wedged in there. They're so hard to get out, so I didn't want to go through all that debacle. So the main character's name, I can tell you right now, I don't know. Do I know? I know it's about a family and the main kind of 3 is the brother, then there's a sister, and then there's a younger brother. I feel like they're kind of the 3 main characters. I feel like the younger brother's name is something like Billy or Benny or something, but I'm pretty sure that's not right. I will put the names of the 3 main characters on the screen for you guys because I can't check it because I literally, pulling that thing out, it took me almost 20 minutes to get it back in the last time I pulled them out, so I'm not going to do it, but I will put the names on the screen, but I'll get no points for this, unless it turns out to be Billy or Benny, but I'm pretty sure it's not, but I'll put the names on the screen for you guys. Without looking, name a side character. So for this one, I got Misery by Stephen King. I know that the author so this is about an author who is in a car accident, and then he gets a woman pulls him out of his car and takes care of him, and she's his #1 fan, but she's kind of crazy. So I saw it on the front cover, but I did know the author's name is Paul Sheldon. So he's the main character, I guess. And then Annie Wilkes is the #1 fan who takes him in. But she's kind of a main character as well. But they're basically the main 2 characters who are in this. There's not a lot of other characters. There's the sheriff from the town. I couldn't tell you his name. So I knew both of those characters' names. So I'm going to give myself half a point because I feel like they're both main characters, but there's no other real side characters to name. So I'm giving myself half a point for that one. Next is guess how many pages the book is, and you get kind of a leeway of 25 pages on either side. So within 25 pages either side, and you've got to guess how many pages the book is. So this led me to Pride by Rachel Vincent. This is, I think, yeah, it's the third book in the Shifters series by Rachel Vincent. So I'm going to guess that this is, oh my God, I'm going to be really bad at this. I'm going to guess that this is, I don't know. I'm going to guess 375 pages. So let's check. Well, I wasn't that far off. 425, so I wasn't within 25, so no points on that one. Without looking it up, what rating did you give this book? This one led me to Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, which makes it really, really easy because I definitely gave this 5 stars. Without looking, where does this book take place? So for this one, I got Fire Study by Maria V. Schneider. This is the third book in the original study series by Maria V. Schneider. So this, I know this takes place in a fantasy world. I don't think I can remember the name of it, which is pretty sad because it hasn't been that long since I've read these books. Oh, can I remember the name? Can I remember the name? I know it's a world where it's broken up into different sectors. And they say the name of the world in this all the time. But I can't remember it. Let me look it up. Oh, how long is it going to take me to find what the world is called? So this one takes place in, it's kind of 2 different areas. I know one of them is called Sisha, and I can't even remember what the other one is called, but obviously no points for this one. Without looking it up, what are the parents' names? So luckily this led me to a YA one. It led me to City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which I actually do know. So the main character in this is Clary. Her mother's name is Jocelyn, and I do know her father's name, but I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because it's technically a spoiler, but I do know what it is, so I'm giving myself full points for this one. So the next question is, without looking, what color is the hardback under the dust jacket? So for this one, depending on, I don't own that many hardbacks, so depending on what the coordinates are, I'm just going to find the nearest hardback to that because otherwise I could be putting in friggin' numbers for forever. So for this one, I got the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling hardcover, illustrated edition. This I'm holding very carefully because my copy is actually broken. It fell off the shelf and the spine and the binding is broken. So I can see here that the ribbon is red. I remember that one of them is orange. I think that might be the second one. And I think one of them is purple, and I think that might be the third one. So what color is this one? Is it red, like the ribbon? I'm gonna go with red. I'm gonna go with red. I think it might be red. It could be blue, maybe. I think it's red. All right, let's check. Oh, I can kind of see here, now that I've opened it, I can kind of see it is red. I'm proud of myself on that. Although the ribbon maybe was a little bit of an extra clue, but it's actually kind of, I had to be careful the way I pulled this off the shelf because you can kind of see when you, but you can see how broken this is, that this is which is so sad. I should probably buy myself another copy, but for now, I've just been making do. So next we have, without looking, is there anything on the hardcover, on the hardback, any kind of drawing or imprint or anything? So again, I'm just going to find the nearest hardback to whatever coordinates I get. So for this, I got The Last Word by Lisa Lutz. This is the last book in the Spellman Files, I think it's called. This is the only one that I own in hardcover. The rest of the series I have in paperback. I have no idea if there's something on this hardcover. I'm going to say no. I'm going to guess no. If there is, I think it'll be a magnifying glass or something, but I'm going to say, or it could be a chalk outline of a body. That would be cool. I'm going to say no, though. I don't think that this has anything on the hardcover. Yes, I was right. It is just a plain old, should we check the back? Yeah, it says a plain old hardcover. Another point for me. Another hardcover one, without taking off the just jacket, what color is the font on the hardcover? So again, I'm just going to find the nearest one. So for this one, I got While I Live by John Marsden. This is the first book in the Ellie Chronicles, which is a spin-off of the Tomorrow When the War Began series. I love the Tomorrow When the War Began series. I didn't love this spin-off series as much. So, font on the hardback. I'm guessing that the hardback is black. I think this is going to be plain black. And the writing's either going to be white or green. You know what? I don't think, this was published quite a while ago. I don't think they were that fancy yet. I reckon the font's just going to be plain old white on black. Let's check it out. So it is black and it is white. So full points to me. Without looking, do the chapters have numbers or are they titled chapters? So for this one I got, so the shelf that it led me to was my shelf of like mass market paperbacks, which is like random mass market paperbacks. And the book that it gave me was Accidentally Engaged by Mary Carter. I remember nothing about this book. I didn't even know that I'd read this. But it's on my shelf, so apparently I have. I'm going to guess that this is just numbered titles. I feel like that's the more common thing, and I think this is just like a chick litty romance type book, so I'm going to guess that they're just numbered. So let's see if I'm right. I'm wrong. They're named. Chapter 15 is called Daily Horoscope, Pisces. Are they all like that? Oh, does that count then? Oh no, they're not all called the same thing. Daily Horoscope, Little Red Riding Hood. Daily Horoscope, Pisces. They're mainly all called Pisces, but there are some ones called different. So I guess I got this one wrong. So again, I've pulled this off my shelf with my eyes closed. It led me to my graphic novel shelf again. So it's led me to Saga Volume 1, which I feel like could possibly have won prizes because it's a very popular graphic novel series. But I'm going to go with no. Because I don't really remember ever seeing like award sticker things on graphic novels. I feel like it's normally just the art. So I'm going to say no. So let's look. No! There are no award stickers on here. So that is points for me. Without looking, does the book have any author blurbs on the front cover? On the front cover specifically. Okay, let's see. So once again, I've pulled the book off without looking. So the shelf that it led me to this time is actually my Jodi Picoult shelf. So the entire shelf is filled with my Jodi Picoult collection. And the book that I'm already forgetting which one it led me to. I think it was Perfect Match, which is not one of her most popular. But I feel like Jodi Picoult is the type of author where she would have author blurbs on the front. So I'm going to guess yes. Does it count? Let me just double check. Does it specifically say author blurbs or does it count? Because it's got a blurb on it from USA Today. Picoult's characters are so compelling that the reader hopes this won't be the last time we meet. Does that count? I'm going to say that counts. I'm going to give myself a point for that. Without looking, does the book have a description on the back? This one should be easy, right? Most books have descriptions on the back. Let's find out. So this one led me to A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. I'm going to guess that yes. I'm pretty sure this, I mean, like I said, I feel like just going on the odds, it's pretty common for books, unless they're hardcover, to have a blurb on the back, and most of my books are paperbacks. So I'm going to guess that yes, this has a description on the back. It does. It's 1895 and after the death of her mother, etc. So correct. Without looking, does this book have an author photo? So this one led me to another Maria V. Schneider book. This one is Spyglass by Maria V. Schneider. Again, I'm going kind of with the odds on this one because I feel like it's a lot less common for paperbacks to have author photos in it. They're not unheard of, but I'm going to say no, that I don't think there's an author photo in this. It's probably at the back, but we'll check the front as well. Ixia! The world was called Ixia. Oh, I'm so pissed at myself that I didn't get that. It's Ixia. Okay, no author photo in the front. In the back, we've got little blurbs for each of the previous books. And then we're straight into acknowledgements. No, then the last page of the book. No author photo. Without looking it up, is this author using a pen name? So this one led me to Coraline by Neil Gaiman, which I don't believe is a pen name. But give me a second. I'm going to look it up and check. So I've looked it up, I've checked on Goodreads, and I've Googled him, and it is not a pen name. His full name is Neil Richard McKinnon Gaiman. Without peeking, what POV is this book written in, first or third? This one may be more difficult for me because, as we've been recently talking about on my channel, I'm not someone who notices POV, so let's see how I do. I swear I'm not cheating, but this time I got Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. I'm pretty sure these books are told in third person, right? Yeah, it's told like Harry, blah, blah, blah. It's not told from like an I perspective. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it has to be because we see different chapters from like points of view where Harry's not present. Yeah, the two men appeared out of nowhere, a few yards apart. Yeah, so that's third person. So, points for me. So this one gave me The Cascade Girls by Alice Arden, which is a book that I love, and I love this cover. I'm going to say no, that I don't think there are graphics or illustrations in this. Let's find out. Well, does that count? It's got a map. That doesn't count, right? It's got a map of the town. I don't think that counts. Yeah, I'm doing a quick flick. I do not see any illustrations because I'm going to say that the map doesn't count, so I'm going to call that. I'm glad this wasn't a question about whether there was a map because I would have said no, so I'm going to call that a win. Without looking, does it have an epilogue? So this one gave me Sweet Reckoning by Wendy Higgins, which is the third book in the original trilogy. There was like a book told from like the male's perspective that came after, but being that this is the final book in a trilogy, I'm going to guess that yes, this has an epilogue. Let's find out. Is this an epilogue? Oh, can you read that? That right there says epilogue. So I feel like I'm doing really well. I thought I was going to be really shit at this, but so far I think I'm doing pretty good. Without looking, does the book have a prologue? So this one gave me This Shattered World by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. So this is the second book in a trilogy. So that would lead me to say no, but it's a companion series. So each book follows a different set of characters. So it's possible that there is a prologue. I don't know. I'm going to go with no. I don't think there's a prologue. Don't ruin my streak. I feel like I'm doing real good here, book. There is no prologue. It goes into chapter 1. I just knocked the camera real bad. I apologize. Chapter 1, which is apparently from Jubilee's perspective. So I was correct. Without looking, is this book signed? This should be real easy because I only own like 2 signed books, I'm pretty sure. So for this one, I got Arousing Suspicions by Marianne Stillings off my mass market paperback shelf. This is a romance book. I'm almost 100% sure this isn't signed. I only own 2 signed books, I'm fairly certain, and this ain't one of them. Oh, apparently I got this secondhand. Do not recall. No. If it's signed, it ain't signed anywhere in the front. So, no, this one's not signed. Without looking, do the page numbers have the design above or below them? So for this one, I got Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I know that people have guessed no on this on videos that I've seen from what I can remember and got it wrong, but I can't even remember what the designs were in that. And I can't, for the life of me, picture any books that have got a design above the page numbers, so I'm going to guess no. Yeah, I think that's right. So you can see there the page numbers at the bottom there. They don't have any kind of design near them, so that's a win. Without looking, do the chapter headers have designs on them? So for this one, I got The Funhouse by Dean Koontz, one of the first horror books that I ever read. Do the chapter headers have designs on them? I'm going to guess no. I can't picture this having, but I haven't read this, and I've never read this edition. I read this book off my sister's bookshelf when I was like 11, and this is a copy that I picked up secondhand one day, and I've never read this edition, so it could easily be wrong, but I'm going to guess that no, there are no chapters, designs above the chapter headers, so let's find out. Oh, it doesn't look like there's too many chapters either. It more is like in parts. Oh no, there are chapters, but they don't have any kind of design. They're very plain chapters, so that's another win. I am knocking it out of the park on this thing. Without looking, are the acknowledgements in the front or the back of the book? This one could be more difficult because you do definitely see it both ways. So let's see. So this one led me back to my Jodi Picoult shelf, and I got Leaving Time by Jodi Picoult. I'm going to guess that they're at the back. I think the back's more common. So I'm really going, I feel like, is it cheating to just be going with statistics the whole time? Like what's more common? But I'm going with the back. So we're in the front. It goes straight into the prologue. There is no acknowledgements. At the back, I've got the author's note, acknowledgements. Perfect. This one's going to be way harder. Without looking, what year was this book published? I swear, I'm not cheating. This time I got Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. So much Harry Potter. I'm not sure when this was published. Let's think about it. I was in high school. Lower high school. I think I was still living in Wodonga. Just an area, a town on the border, city on the border of New South Wales and Victoria in Australia. I was living in Wodonga. I feel like I was maybe in, I'm going to say 9th or 10th grade. So I'm going to say 2002 or 2003. I'm just going to say 2002. Trying to figure it out. I think maybe around 2000. It's going to be around there somewhere. So let's look. 2003. Shit. I was so close, but no cigar on that one. Damn it. I was doing so good, you guys. Final question. Without looking, what year did you read this book? Hopefully we get one that I've read since I've been on Goodreads, because I own a lot of books that I've read well before Goodreads, so let's hope that I get a Goodreads one. So for this one, I got The 100th Man by J.A. Curley. This is the first book in the Carson Ryder series. I'm not even sure if I read this when I was on Goodreads. So I better not check first. I'll pull another one if it turns out that I didn't read this on Goodreads and can't check, because I can't check without cheating. I think that I did, but we'll find out. So when did I read this? It was when I was living in Canberra. It's definitely before I moved to Adelaide. So it's when I was living in Canberra. I moved out of Canberra in 2014. I feel like it was maybe the last year that I was living in Canberra. And I left in March of that year. So I'm going to guess 2013 is the year that I read this, I think. So let me check if I even read this when I was on Goodreads and see if we can even see if this one's correct. Oh my God, I was right. I've just put my Goodreads up here on my laptop. I read this from August 18th to August 21st, 2013. That was some good powers of deduction right there. So that's it. That was the How Well Do I Know My Books challenge. As it turns out, pretty well. Like I said, I really didn't think I was going to do very good on this challenge. I don't know if it's that I just pulled books that I was lucky, like that I was able to more easily deduce the answer, or if I really do just know my books that well. I'm not sure what my final score is, but I will put it down on the screen, like what I got out of. I'll tally up the questions and how many I got correct, and I will leave that on the screen somewhere so you guys can see, but I'm pretty happy with how I did on this. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun filming this. I don't film a lot of challenges like this, partly because of the challenges of this filming setup. But if you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, I've thought about doing some of those scavenger hunt ones, but I feel like for that you need to be able to see my whole shelves, and I don't know that it's possible for me to set up my camera where you can see all of my shelves, but I could try. So if you're interested in any of that kind of content, let me know down below. I also apologize if this video is hideously long. It's almost an hour. I've been filming for almost an hour, but there's a lot of me figuring out what the question is, figuring out where the book is, finding the book. So I'm hoping that once I edit this, that it's a lot shorter. So I'm sorry if this was really long, but I had a lot of fun. So I would love for you guys to comment down below, like I said, and let me know if you're interested in any more of these challenge things, or if you had fun watching this. I would love to know. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. That is all I have for this video today. Bye guys.